Okay. Just got this today. Brand on the back. My history with the Cinema Snob. Well, I started by watching the Nostalgia Critic. Just, one of those things you're on YouTube. One day you find a review of a movie you like, and you watch it. And even though you like the movie and they're making fun of it, you still think the review is funny, right? So, from that, I saw a few episodes of Nostalgia Critic where he guest starred. I'm like, you know what, I need to check this guy myself. And, I'm a horror fan. And he has a lot of horror reviews on there. He has like the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Silent Night, Deadly Night, which are ones I just watched yesterday for Christmas. And, yeah, and I really enjoy his stuff. So I subscribe to that. So, and these guys, they make their own movies, but then, they're not like big time directors in any funding. And he did a lot of funding for this. And, that's, cool. You kind of try to get your own money, funding, and stuff like that. The first one came out years ago. I'm not even sure when. But it's a small recap because I don't know if I'll ever review it because I can never get my hands on it. But I know the gist of it is Craig Golightly and his best friend Neil, they want to make a movie. They go to this guy. He says no. And then they decide they're going to do it themselves. And they're going to make a movie called Black Angus. But to do this, they need to infiltrate and figure out how this thing works. So he becomes a cinema snob to infiltrate the rest of the snobs, reviewers or whatever. And he does this, and he meets Nancy, who is the wife of the guy he tried to get funding from, and they end up having a romance. And among this is a murder mystery, and by the end, he and Nancy are together, but things happen between movies because that was his real wife in real life, but then he got divorced and got remarried, and his current wife is also in this film. She plays the daughter of a cannibal. It's so the basis of this is that Craig and Neil, who is now played by a different person, played by Rob Walker, the Nostalgia Critic's brother, because I'm assuming they can come back, even though I swear that they got him back for at least a voice cameo, because there's the scene where they're sitting doing, they're at a Comic-Con and they're signing DVDs. One of them is Walter Bernasiak. He's also on YouTube. He's also with Channel Awesome and Nostalgia Critic and all them. I recognize his voice, but the first person that comes along, you don't see their faces. First person that comes along sounded a lot like him from the first one. And like I said, I've seen it in the Nostalgia Critic review of the first movie, as well as the 2-part Cinema Snob review of it. And so I know the gist of what happens. This one, he decides that they're making they made a Cinema Snob movie, which is basically the events of the first film in space with aliens. And it bombs. Which, I don't think the first one's that bad of a movie, to be honest. You might ask criticism. I don't think it's that bad. Yes, some of the places they used were obviously barren because they had no money. They had to get, So stuff like that, when you have barely any money, you gotta settle for what you can get. And I understand that. But it wasn't that bad. He put it in space. I don't know. And then they say, there's a joke like, why do you gotta put it in space? Because all internet movies go to space. As I said, jab that they did one with the Nostalgia Critic called "To Boldly Flee," I think it was called, and they went to space. That thing's over 3 hours long. Fell asleep watching that shit one night. It was on YouTube. But yeah, this. So what happens is they end up on a road trip to get to Craig's father, and what ensues are cannibals and rednecks, clowns, and a cameo from the Nostalgia Critic. The woman in the Starlight Test. And the next minute he's talking normal and goat balls. Which may or may not be human in the context of the story. Okay, here's what happened. They showed a clip on the Slow Gremlin production of when they went to, it's the character played by Brad's wife. I don't remember her name, Becky or something like that. I don't know. And she takes him by bicycle up to do the bang boom, and then the dad comes home, and then the dad makes her, who's supposed to be a vegetarian, kill a pig, and they're eating food, and then they realize that it's when they go outside, these two go outside, they find a woman coming out, which I don't know how she's still alive, but like apparently they're cannibals and they're killing people, which leads them to eventually run out of town, because that whole town is in on it, because they used the food at the town that they went to earlier, and they run out of town, and they end up finding this guy played by the Nostalgia Critic, and he offers them goat balls, and they do a video with it, and the Cinema Snob eats the goat balls, but later they find out that this guy is connected to the cannibals and everyone in that town, and he's like, after what's happened, I really think I hate human testicles. Sucks. This right here that they wrote down, the autograph to Scott, what if it sucks? Well, this movie did not suck, sir. This movie was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. What was the one line that made me laugh so hard? I remember it was, it wasn't too good, I forgot. It was something towards the end that I just started to laugh. And it's one of those movies where they point out the flaws. Oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and then it happens. So it's the scream of internet movies, I guess. But yeah, I absolutely love this movie. You need cameos from other Channel Awesome personalities like Malcolm Ray, who's on there. He's their Uber driver, and I think he was one of the clowns, but I'm not 100% sure. Jim J. Ross, he was the his dad's bodyguard or something, and I believe, don't get me wrong, I believe his dad was played by Lloyd Kaufman, I think. But and it devolves into this plot where they go from running from the rednecks and the clowns and stuff, the clowns, remote, collar controlled clowns, to being in a mental institution, and then all of a sudden they're saved by Craig's dad. I remember watching the trailer for this, and when he called him, Neil, I was like, what? Obviously, some people aren't going to be able to come back. So, they even called out in the movie, replace an actor. Why don't you just make a new character? Well, they did that. He's the same character. And then, replace recast the character with a different actor. Why can't you just make a new character? You know, they call out the tropes and they do the tropes, and you know, I actually really enjoy this. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It's not one of the best of the year, but it's still pretty good. And yes, I am gonna count this in my calendar, even though it's an independent film. I'm still gonna count it because it came out this year. You know, Bloodline's an independent film, still came out this year. Haunt's an independent film, still came out this year. So I'm still gonna count them. So as for the moment, yeah, that's 8. As for the moment, I just have Crawl to watch, and I'm done. They had the Peanut Butter Falcon at Walmart. Don't know if I get it. I picked it. I grabbed it and looked at it. I'm like, I don't know. I got enough. I got Crawl to watch, which will probably be on Sunday. Excuse me, it's when I'll have the time. But, is there anything bad about this? I don't think about it. It's an internet movie, but I don't know. I always enjoy what these guys do, you know. So I can't really complain. It's pretty good. That's an 8 out of 10. Just oh, this is okay, I get it what this is now. This is actually the poster for the movie within the movie, where he goes to space. Yeah. I actually like that a lot. He's not wearing shoes. I just realized that. Look at the feet. Look at the feet. He's not wearing fucking shoes. Oh. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, I need to start getting my list together because it's getting up, and I got stuff going on next week, so I gotta do my countdown on Monday. I gotta do it on Monday. Although I did want to get that Trick movie, but I have to watch that on Monday. I don't know. I'm just not gonna get any more movies that came out this year. I was going to get Rambo, but I wasn't going to put it in the list because I haven't seen the other ones yet. But I guess I'll have to wait because Walmart doesn't have it. I keep rambling. But yeah, just expect a review for Crawl. Expect a review for Crawl sometime on Sunday. Hopefully. That's the last one I need to do. And then I can put my list together. So, yeah, so what are your thoughts on another Cinema Snob movie in the comments below? Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you. Also, they do a rib to Cinema Sins. They call it the shitty. Everything shitty with instead of everything wrong with. I don't know. Bye.